Hey, everybody, welcome to the witching hour, the hour of the day when the veil is thin and magic happens. I have some beautiful magic for you today. She is a friend. She's an intuitive medium. She's a Reiki practitioner. She's a seasoned paranormal investigator. She is one of the founding members of Ghost Sisters, a team of real life sisters exploring the supernatural across the U.S. After years of law enforcement, Mandy has made the leap to follow her spiritual calling full time as a medium, as an investigator, and welcome my friend Mandy. Thank you so much for coming on my show.
Thank you for having me, Patti.
It is great. We met, we've been talking for a while. And again, you're a beautiful medium. We've done some stuff together, not for a while though, we should, but we met. You actually brought me out to, I don't know where we were, but it was our three states came together at this
I see.
beautiful temple. Where exactly were we?
We were in Bristol, Tennessee.
Yeah. So tell us again, this place, I had never been anywhere like this. I'm a dragon girl, as anybody probably watching who knows me knows. They have the guy named Rick has the most it's a dragon table. It is a table with dragons coming everywhere, magic in every layer of this table. So tell us about what is this place?
This place is a very unique place. It is called the Yura Shrine, and it is located in Bristol, Tennessee. The owner, he's created this place. And the reason why he created it was because he said he would have these dreams. And in his dreams, he was saying that the spirits were telling him to make these different areas of this location. So he created this dragon portal table. And he also has another area for the witches. So he created the witches' den. He has the earth gate there. He's done so much to this location. He even has a cave too that's got a lot of energy in it too. But it's a very unique place. It's a gathering for people to do rituals. He doesn't judge people on what type of rituals they do. He invites anything to come through the dragon portal table. Everything's welcomed.
That is beautiful. I was such a magical time we were there that we did this and getting to work at that dragon table. And the witches, and I know it's changed, and you said he's ever changing, and he's this most magical guy himself. So if anybody ever gets to that area and you're into this sort of thing, magic, I bet you it's, yeah, I can't wait. I'm going to have to get out there again. And I'm going to have to get you over to LA.
Yes, I'd love to come back.
Yes, it's been a while. It has been a while. So let's start out again with the Ghost Sisters. You are real sisters because there's the Ghost Brothers who aren't necessarily real brothers. You are the real Ghost Sisters. Have you always been interested in the paranormal, or did one of you start? Or I know you're gifted, so maybe is that why? Or
I've always been intrigued with the paranormal because since I was young, I've always had all kinds of weird things going on that I couldn't explain. And it just made me more interested into the paranormal. And I'm a very spiritual person, and I believe that everything has aligned in my life the way that it was supposed to, the way it all unfolded. And I am the one who started Ghost Sisters. We wasn't always just us girls, as biological sisters, but my sister, my oldest sister, has always been with me on the team from the time I started. But we've had other ladies on with us throughout the years. And eventually people go their own way and they want to start their own thing. And then along the way, it just became where it was just as sisters. And I decided I wanted to leave it this way.
that's beautiful. I love that. Now, you guys being sisters and you have matching DNA and you grew up together, does that add to investigations? Are you guys more connected that way, like a team, so to speak, literally a familial team?
Yes, when we're out there, of course, we all have different energies and stuff. My one sister, she's skeptic slash believer. My sister has actually seen things and heard them, and she still questions what she has seen and heard. It's always good to have someone who's skeptic. They look at things from a
Always.
perspective. And then there's my older sister who she is very sensitive, but she has a hard time tuning in with her being a sensitive person. But when we're all out there, our energies sometimes can do us good or it can do us wrong because
Mhm.
we do those energies, different energies, we do sometimes crash. Sometimes one of us got to walk away, me, but we do good when we're out there. It is very interesting because we do get different things.
That is amazing. Yeah, I would say that you would each bring something different to the table, so to speak.
Yes.
Not the table. Have you ever noticed, again, because I know you're very, have spirits ever noticed that you're related?
Yes. Actually, when I've been to the Yura Shrine, anytime I would turn on my spirit box, they would say, sisters, sister. Whether this is actually it could be the witches calling us sisters, I
No.
never really
Or it
knew,
says
but
so on
it's
your
yeah.
shirt. Just
Yes, yeah.
oh, that is cool. Yeah, you guys have a great logo, have a great look, the pink, the black. I proudly still wear my Ghost Sister shirt. And I think I had a mask because that was the time of the COVID
Yes,
thing.
yeah.
So that is awesome. Have you what is your most, if you have one, have you had a most life-changing or powerful or unforgettable experience yet in all your travels as the Ghost Sisters? Does anything stand out?
Yes, it seems like the more I go to these locations, I seem to open up more and I'm experiencing spirits more and started seeing them more when I'm out there. And it's been really interesting. Every location's different. I won't always see the spirit, but I might see them in my mind, my third eye. But it seems to get stronger the more I'm out there doing my investigations. And I have really seen some full body apparitions with my eyes. And it's just, oh, my God. So I've had a lot of interesting things happen to me along the way.
Good, that's cool. So how do you take that into real life? Let's go back to real life. You were in law enforcement, which always impresses the heck out of me. So does your law enforcement background play into anywhere your paranormal stuff on the positive or on the negative?
Yes, it does, Patty. Actually, it does. Actually, when I was in law enforcement, I I ended up going to the Mansfield prison, the reformatory here in Ohio. Again, I was always drawn to this prison way before I got in law enforcement. And I just never got to go. And I had an opportunity to go. And I asked my sister to join me. That this was the big thing right here that happened at this location that actually had me start my team a week later. Because when I was there, we were down in solitary. We actually snuck down in solitary. We wasn't supposed to be down there yet. Everybody was outside. Well, kept hearing this guy down in solitary when the lights were still on. I kept hearing him. He was like, "Hey," but I couldn't see him. And I had a GoPro on and I'm like looking around for him. I was hearing him again, wasn't seeing him. So later on, when my sergeant reviewed the GoPro, because it was his GoPro he let me borrow, he's Mandy. You guys captured something really strange at the end of the hallway. And we actually believe it was the guard and you can see him all in black. And he was walking. He had that guard walking, which I would know the walk. And I was like really creeped out by it because that's him. I believe it was him I was hearing. That right there ended up landing us on Ghost Brothers. So it just the way everything aligned and it just got me into it more. I was like, this is what I'm meant to be doing. This was awesome. I had an awesome experience. And here we are today.
That is amazing. That is wild. So had, has anything ever followed you home?
Yes.
Because again, being medium, they're going to want to
Yes.
follow you over anybody else in there. Well, how do you deal with that? What's your technique? There's a million.
There's different ways I will handle it, depending on if it is something that's being negative towards me or my animals. If it's just something friendly, but usually might hang around for a little bit and then it just goes.
Yeah.
But I've had the more negative ones hang around here. And that takes a lot more for me to get rid of. I have to do a lot of saging. I even use lemons. I'll put them all over, depending on where the most negativity is in the house. And I just keep saging and cleansing my aura to get something like that to go. And Patty, I actually had something follow me from the Yura Shrine one time.
Really? Follow you from there or to there? From there?
Yes, the Yura Shrine. It was my second time going to this location and something negative followed me and it was really bad. And my daughter, who is very gifted, she throughout her life, especially when she was young, was seeing them more than me. And it was like If everywhere she went, she was seeing them. And when I got back this one night from the Yura Shrine, she started seeing this tall shadow figure that did not, it scared her because she said it had like little fingers and it just was dark and it was tall and it was really scaring her. I was hearing knocks in my house. I had a whole week of nothing but bad luck from that thing. It was crawling in bed with me, growling at me. It was growling. I heard growling more than once, and it was freaking me out. It really was. Something was off. I even had a crazy dream too during this whole week when this thing was here. I had a dream, and in my dream, I seen the mask. Do you remember that mask? It was a Native American mask at the shrine.
Yeah, yeah. I think I have a picture somewhere. Yes.
Yeah, in my dream, I seen this Indian man, and when he opened his mouth, all these snakes flew out at me, and I didn't know what to think of that. And I remember I woke up and I had to get ready for work, and I remember I was texting Rick, and I'm like telling him what happened, and he's what? He didn't understand it because he always told me nothing can follow you from the shrine, and I'm like Rick, I'm telling you something followed me from the shrine. But I handled it good. I got rid of it. It took me about 2 weeks and everything, it just seemed to last. I don't think it liked my white sage.
Probably not. And then
Yeah.
I love it. That is cool. Yeah, Rick is so sweet. He's all positive. So, that no, nothing's gonna follow you home.
It's not a
Yeah.
to follow you. Yeah.
But you two are a healer. You're a Reiki master. Does that come into play either when you're on investigations and things, the way you manipulate energy and things, or
Yes, actually, Patty, this little guy here, I always knew being I'm also a Cancer sign, but I've always known I could do things with my hands. I could touch, and there was just something about my hands. And this guy here is from Tennessee. Okay. I got him from another paranormal team, and it's just a w- interesting story, but I won't go there because it's a long one. But we'll just say his family was in a car accident and everyone perished in this car accident in Tennessee. And this belonged to the little boy. His name's Daniel, but we call him Bubby. That's his nickname. But he had some energy on him. And I just remember when he used to be wrapped up in this clear plastic. And we actually set him free at the shrine. We took the plastic off of him, and you could just feel this energy that just came off of this little stuffed animal here. And anytime you hold him, you can feel the energy. So yeah, I am someone now, and it's like the more I can hold things and I can read things. It's very interesting. When I do readings for groups of people, I will tell them, bring an item that belonged to somebody and I will read it. And I'm able to do that. And no one taught me that. It's just something that picked up along the way.
born in you psychometry? Yeah, that is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
He's very cute, by the way. I do remember him. Does he have a regular spirit in it? Like I'm the haunted doll person these days. I have my new book called Doll Craft, the
Yes.
care and feeding basically of haunted dolls and how to be careful. So does he have a specific spirit, or is he a created spirit, or is he a vessel somehow?
He's a child. He did tell me he's only 6 years old. And he did tell me his name is Daniel. He's very when I first got him, he was more active. He's very playful. And he's a little trickster. He's actually has moved things. I don't keep him in my office for a reason because he used to mess with my computers. And I've actually captured him on other podcasts. You could hear children, like little feet, pitter patters running through here. And
Yeah.
it's been captured. And I just know it was him and these other dolls that I have in here. But I can't keep him in here. I can, but it's not always a good thing. He's just different. He actually stays in my room. He's the only one that I will allow. But he's a little trickster sometimes. When his grandmother had him, she couldn't handle him. She said that he would turn on her stove. He was locking her car doors. She just couldn't handle him no more.
That's
So
he's in good hands with you, I know that. I know I have
here,
my dolls, some of which haunted, some of which not, but
yes, here.
I have them in the office. I would not have them in my room. I have them in my office, but I keep them far enough away, otherwise they just pull focus. Everybody's like, Belle's winking at people, Belle's moving her head.
Yeah.
It's like, "Keep up there, you're not in the spotlight because 'cause they'd steal the whole dang show." Ah,
Look at him. He's literally one time I was in there and I felt something crawling my bed and like bouncing, jumping on my bed. And I know it was him. I know it was him. I
Yeah,
didn't feel like it was any other spirit. I just knew it was him.
that's what 6-year-olds do,
Yeah.
right? Especially you look like that. So what is your process? So you work with, you do group readings, you do work with clients and stuff just like me. Do you have a style that you open up the veil or tune into spirit? Is it the same with your private clients and investigations? Do you have different ways you work?
When I go to an investigation, sometimes I'll have visions that'll come to me. I'll get downloads. I'll like see it, already have something going on and that I would pick up on before I get there. I just open myself up or I'll do some meditations. I like to use the singing bowls to make sure my chakras are open and I'm aligned and I'm cleansed. When it comes to doing group readings, there's been times where I've had their loved ones come to me before I even begin the reading. Yeah. I just, on my way to the location, I just open up and ask to be clear channel for spirits and whatever comes through.
That's beautiful. So have you always known you've had the gift from childhood, or is this something that developed along the way?
I knew there was something different. I knew something was going on when I was younger, like maybe 9 or 10, and it just got worse. For me, honestly, it began after my brother passed away. We'll just say I can say he was murdered. But after he passed, that's when it really kicked open for me. I was already experiencing weird things, but it was him that kept coming to me. And I would have been about 11 at that time. And so it just went from there. I used to think that everywhere I lived, was it me? Was it the house? I didn't know because I was always the one out of all my sisters having the things going on, and my family didn't know what to do. I'd call up my mother, and she'd be like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why you're experiencing all this, but it was happening. I found out later that I was a natural medium. And this is when my daughter started seeing things and hearing things. And it was really scaring her. And she was just, I would say she was about 11 or 12 at the time when hers started. And I didn't know how to help her. I had no clue until I ended up getting a reading from a guy over in Ireland. And he told me, he said, Mandy, you're a natural medium. I can help you learn how to control and tap into spirit, and you can help your daughter. So he mentored me for a whole year, teaching me about the chakras and crystals and all kinds of awesome things that I had no clue at all. And it helped. It really did.
That's yeah, I will. 'Cause spirit gets us where we're supposed to be somehow or another, all in different ways. That is cool.
I actually started my mediumship before I did my team.
Really? Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So what made you go into, okay, I understand the gift and mediumship and working with people, but where did the paranormal thing? Does that come from the experience you had at the prison, or I can, because those are big jumps.
Yes. I, from the time I was young, I always loved horror movies and I always loved hearing ghost stories. I remember hearing my mother talk about things and my grandmother, my aunts, and I'd hear little stories every now and then. Nobody in my family ever told you this stuff wasn't real. Some parents will tell you it's just your imagination. Not in my family, at least on my mother's side. I never heard it from my mother. And I actually never really heard anything about it from my father either. So this was something that we, throughout the years, experienced. I would later come to find out my mother has seen a lot of spirits in her home. And my mother is someone who's had dreams, almost like premonitions. She's had a lot of those. And I had no clue. She never told me during my times that I would tell her I was experiencing everything that was going on around me.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I
Mhm.
didn't get taught out of me either. My mom would always say, "Yeah, grandma saw that too," or "Grandma did that
Yeah.
too." So it wasn't like, "Oh, that's evil. Let's get this out of you." So
Yeah.
that's really helpful that we had families like that. So, do you have, in all that you've done, is there any place that you wouldn't go back to, or any experience that you wouldn't go back to?
Oh, Patty, you'll never hear me say that I'll never go back to a location because yeah, it will never happen. I'm the type, if I experience something, even if it's bad, I am the type that is going to want to come back. You know what I mean? I want to go back. This was amazing. This was just whatever. It depends on what happens. But yeah, I'm the type that will want to go back and keep going for more.
Good. Yeah, me too. We're so much the same. I want to be your honorary sister. Because, yeah, the scarier the better sometimes.
I know.
Do you have a special kind of a encounter? Again, I know you have the different clairs, the psychometry and thing. Have you we went to did the Cecil kinda got into the Cecil and did that together. Do you have a one place that's, "Wow, this it's more than the ghosts within it, egregore or a spirit, something created?"
The Yura Shrine for sure. There's different
Good
things
place.
at that place. There's the elementals. There's just a bit of everything there. That would be that place because of what it is and what goes on there. That has everything that paranormal investigators love and we actually look for. That would be the one place where I can say that has more going on than just your typical spirit. And yeah.
That's true. Is there a place on your bucket list that you haven't gone yet that you really wanna go to?
Oh, there's so many, but the working in law enforcement, I love going to jails and prisons. So there's a whole list of the prisons I haven't been to yet. But the one that always stands out to me is Alcatraz. I would love to go there.
Ah. Yeah, that's I've never done an investigation there. I literally, when I was there, it was just what your typical tourist, you boat over and you look at it with all the tourists, nothing
Yeah.
paranormal, but you feel it. You feel it. Yeah.
It's got all the water by it, and water is the kinetic energy source. So
Completely. Yeah, and it's this island in the middle of it, and that is
mhm.
wild. Have you ever experienced a communication other than your work with Reiki and your work with mediumship, which you help people? Have you ever experienced something that helped healing or closure, even for the spirits on the other side on your investigations and stuff?
Some mediums, they claim they can cross over the spirits, and I'm not saying they can't. I'm more of the one that I just communicate. I pass on their messages. I'm that voice. I've never experienced crossing over a spirit, but then again, Patty, I've never tried because I haven't been guided to that. If you haven't been guided to do that,
Right.
I'm more of the voice and to see or hear what happened.
That's good. Yeah, I don't. And again, the last thing you want to do is go into some haunted house that makes your living out going, I'm getting rid of ghosts for you.
But I've witnessed people that I've been out there with who would say prayers for them and get back good feedback. They would say the angels' names, Angel Saint Michael, or they seen the light, or they say heaven. And I've experienced that with other people, but it wasn't because of me saying a prayer or anything like that for them.
See, I think crossing over, I think 99% of ghosts are not stuck. They're crossed over. They hang out because they like it. They want to watch the grandkids grow up, or even in the prisons that we all go to. It's it. That's the life they do. So that's where they're hanging
Yes.
out. I don't think they're. Sometimes they're stuck. Their spirits at the Cecil's stuck,
Mhm.
and there's places something bigger than them is holding them down. I have crossed over ones that usually, and again, it's one in a million that I call those shades, ones that maybe they died unexpectedly, it wasn't in the plan, or they don't know they're dead or something violent. And they're the ones like zombies, like, where am I? What? I have, again, on rare occasion, crossed them
Mhm.
over. Literally, you create the light and bring them into the light. But I would never do that on an investigation or with the spirits of a place because I don't think they're stuck. There's nothing to cross over. They're because they're there.
It kind of sometimes we're always hearing help, help me, help. And I'm like, it just makes you feel so bad. I think I don't know if those are the ones who might be stuck because they had something horrible happen to them and they don't know, like you said, they're zombies. They don't understand what's going
Yeah.
on, where they at. I have had some things like that come through our spirit box and it scares you. Me, it does. It's okay. We know there's being mediums, there's we know that there's more going on once you're not here because this is just your meat suit. But to hear when we're out there investigating and you're constantly hearing the spirit saying, help me, help. It's like, what are they experiencing something? Are they stuck in this loop? Is it just something they keep repeating over and over, or they don't know what's going on?
Or is it a trickster? Go ahead.
Yes, you're right.
But when you're thinking it really is somebody, sometimes the help just means they want to be heard, which again, that's what we're doing and giving them a voice. But if it is somebody who's what I call the shade, You could, if you ever choose to do it, just, I know how powerful you are. Create my technique, and that's just one of a million. I create light from the heart. And then if there's
Mhm.
other people there, we get in a circle, have everybody create light from the heart. And we literally shoot it into the center of the circle. It could just be you, but if they say there's two or there's three in the center, and then let that light get bigger and bigger. And then you invite the spirit to cross over. You can't help them. But if that happens, it's at that exact moment, everybody who is there will feel that the space gets bigger and wider. So if you ever feel the need, or it feels like the right thing to do, and you're not taking away the most famous ghost at famous thing, but somebody
Yeah.
who's really stuck who wants to go. But again, and they only still do it if they choose to. You can't push them into the light. You invite them, you can hold their hands, you can encourage. But that works very successfully. Again, on that rare occasion, it is one of those stuck ones.
That
But I
that
think
would be
most,
great
yeah,
for residential cases that we go
yes, that's
into.
where I do it
So,
most.
yes, I'm gonna keep
Uh,
that one in mind.
so that's good. So, wait, that just left my head. The spirits just left my head. I had this beautiful question. I was already raising this beautiful question. I don't know what it is. Anyway, do you encounter very much? Because I'm so much more animals, spirit animals on your investigations.
Yes, yes, we have, Patty, and going back to the Yura Shrine. So, Rick had one of his dogs passed, and I remember we probably went there about 5 months after the passing of the dog. We turned on 2 of our spirit boxes, which was the same. There were 2 ink boxes we turned on, and you could hear the dog barking from the spirit box. We were live and we were just blown away. It was like it was going from one box to the other. You could hear it whining and crying and barking. I've never had that happen before in an investigation.
Wow,
I've
that's cool.
connected with animals when I'm doing readings for people, but not during investigation. Just
That's
that one
cool.
time.
That is cool. So speaking of the shrine, how did you have been? I've like you're very special to the shrine. That's obvious, and the shrine to you. How did you even discover this place in the middle of nowhere?
Rick discovered me. Very interesting story. So one day I get this message from him, and I remember waking up reading this message, and this guy's asking me if I could read objects. And I'm like, I could try. And next thing I know, we're setting up a call, and I call him. He explained what's going on. He shows me videos and this pictures of this place. And I was like, what? I've never seen a place like this. And he tells me he has all these haunted things. And so, anyway, I set up another call with him, but this time it was a video call. And the point of this was for me to see what I was picking up on the video call. So, I was picking up on something dark that was in the cave that could not leave the cave. It was like trapped in this cave. It was weird. It was like angry that it couldn't get out. But the main reason that he contacted me was because of what was going on with the dragon portal table. So what had happened was he had built this dragon table. Everything that was on it was there until he took a sword off of it to clean it, and he never put it back. Him not putting it back where it was caused this thing to just it was haunting everybody. It was going to them in their dreams because there's a small group that meets there. They used to on Wednesdays, and everybody was being affected by this energy, this entity. Even Rick, who's not supposed to be able to see them, this thing was really freaking him out. So I picked up on the sword. They were showing me, Spirit was showing me a sword. And as soon as I mentioned the sword, it dawned on him real quick. And he said, oh my gosh, I forgot to put the sword back. So it had been off the table for 2 or 3 weeks. They put it back, and immediately 20 minutes later is like the air just everything just lifted. And ever since then, he's been forever grateful to me. And he allowed us ladies to come and do an investigation. And he made us ambassadors of the shrine.
That is beautiful. And again, it's I travel the world, and it's no place I've ever been. It's just like no place. So
We
much
have to
magic.
get you back. It's not the same. We love it.
Okay, even if it was the same, but I'm sure it's ever changing. And I do remember the cave. I do remember all of that, and the bamboo, and the forest, and the
The
energy
earth
coming.
thing is
Wow,
in the bamboo, Patty. It's out there now.
that is awesome. Do you ever do public investigations with the Ghost Sisters that people can join you? Do you have anything like that?
Yes, we've only done maybe 3 events throughout the 8 years we've been doing this, but now it's starting to pick up. People are reaching out wanting us to they're always wanting to investigate with us, and I have these other places, they're like, "You can do events here if you want." I decided, "Okay, I'm going to do more events like that," and we actually have one coming up this Friday here in Fremont, Ohio, at the Haunted Bill Manor. We sold a bunch of tickets and people it's an all-nighter investigation, so people can come, and we have, I think, 17 or 18 people coming from
Right.
all over to investigate with
That's
us.
good because I actually see you doing that more and more of that. Again, bringing people in to experience what you do and what you guys do. So that's why
Yes.
so again, you guys are great. How you work together is great. You just being amazing for you is pretty amazing. So I do see and feel good things. Do you miss working in law enforcement or you've been there, done that?
I miss it, and I the crazy thing is I've told my husband because he works in law enforcement too, and I tell him, "I'm gonna sometimes I wanna come back," and he's, "No, I don't want you working back here." No. I don't know. Not in a bad way, but
Right.
stressful. It is, but I had fun. I did. Although the spirits just did not leave me alone. I had so many things going on. The spirits were just, they knew that I could see and hear them. And it was just an ongoing thing when I worked there.
Wow, that's wild. I Here's a bonus fire round. I don't do this with very many people. There's no right or wrong answer. Which do you prefer, EVP or spirit box?
Oh, I love them both, but I love my 8 box Patty. I know this sounds crazy. I have a connection with my spirit box. These spirits have came through and said my name so clear through the box. There's no denying. Even though I've had them say my name on recorders, but to me it's not the same. It's not the same for me.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. Do you like sweet spirits or spicy spirits?
I like all spirits.
Ah, good answer. Uh, the travels you've done so far, and you've done some. Would you have a most haunted state or a most haunted city?
Ohio is becoming Ohio is I think we are somewhere in the top 10 as the most haunted state. I've been to a lot of haunted places and at different states, but I here lately in the past year or two have been going to some really haunted locations in Ohio. I don't want to just say Ohio because there's other states, but right now I'm going to go with Ohio has been really here lately.
That is
Haunted.
cool. You could say Ohio. Everybody can have a
Yeah.
favorite. That is good. Again, because I know you use tools and stuff, and you're a medium, so that is good. If you could, you probably already answered this. If you could have one tool with you, what would it be?
I would just need either probably a recorder, if not my ink box, a recorder.
Okay, that is good. Okay, here's a funny one because we're girls. What is your favorite post-investigation snack?
Patty, so I'm just gonna tell you, I don't snap on anything when I'm investigating. When I get there, I got one mission, and I'm out there all night long. And I'm lucky to stop to even go to the restroom. It's that crazy for me. I don't bring
Okay.
snacks, so I'm just investigating
Oh,
all day.
I get that because I'm pretty focused too, so I don't necessarily eat while they're out. They might have food out,
Yeah.
but they have food stuff, but I don't do that either. But that's why I said post-investigation. But don't investigations make you hungry?
Oh,
Oh, really? Good. They do me. Mediumship makes me hungry. I don't know why.
okay.
Seances make me hungry.
Wow.
But you don't need to adopt that.
No, because I'm a fitness person. I don't want to adopt that.
Yeah, no, I know. You're a fitness. Yeah. Not that I always give into it, but it's
Yeah.
we're going to in and out after. No, but people
I've
like,
had sweet snacks. Well, other people I've been out there with have brought snacks, and then afterwards they try to sneak these Reese cups on me because I am a sucker for Reese cups, and so, but sometimes I don't.
it's health food. Peanut butter and chocolate. That's health food. In my world. So do you have any like rituals or superstitious habits that you do before going into or opening the veil or going into places like that? You have techniques or protection techniques, or especially you just open yourself up and go.
I just open up and go, and sometimes. I'm like, I really want to see something. I really want something big to happen. And sometimes I'm just like, I just go in and just see. I used to do spirit channeling, spirit writing. I
Mhm.
used to take 5 minutes out and do that. And then later in the investigation, I would see if anything matched up with what I got in my writing. I used to do a lot of that, which opened me up immediately, starting something like that. But other than that, I don't do a lot of the protection things. And I know I probably should, Patty. I know I should. I do have spray sage in my purse. If it gets really bad, I will spray myself down after an investigation.
Cool. Yeah, I carry little oils and things like that.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Anyway, you are totally one of my favorite people. I haven't seen you in way too long, so we're gonna have to figure something
Yes.
out. I get that way, you get this way, we meet in the middle somewhere.
Yes.
But I'm sure everybody is gonna be intrigued with you and the Ghost Sisters. So before we go, tell everybody where they can find you, follow you, websites, social media, where when you do have events coming up, where they can find it.
Okay, we go live. We do a lot of ours. It's live investigations, and we are on all social media. But where we go live is on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And we got a new platform that a lot of people don't know about, but the paranormal investigators are now going over there. It's called Rainbow. It's REINBOW, and it's a really good platform. So for the creators, if someone sends you a gift over there, you get all of there's nothing held back. You get everything that someone gifts you over there. It's a really cool, different platform. And
I've
we are
never
over here and we're trying to grow over there right now. So,
That's cool. I have never heard of it. Rainbow. That's
yes.
cool. I've never heard of it. So I learned something new today, every day. That's good. Thank you so much, Mandy. Any last words for everybody before we go? Your words of wisdom.
I would just say stay safe if you're in the paranormal and you're out there investigating. Be careful if you're asking to see something, you might see something that you might not want to see or experience. Be careful what you wish for. Let's just say that.
Wise advice indeed. So thank you, you guys. Check her out, Mandy Cummings. Like her, follow her, check out her lives. And thank you for bringing your magic to the witching hour.